let's go over how to build a solo, and I'm going to use a tune called How Mountain Girls Can Love. I think everybody pretty much knows how that one goes, and I'm going to just demonstrate how I would go about building a lead solo to that tune, not having any tab or not having somebody else's break, but how to make my own break for the tune. And first thing to do is sketch out the melody here. And I've drawn this analogy before on flat pick L and places like that, but you know, if you're going to paint something, like if you're going to paint a picture of the Grand Tetons, and maybe you're at the Grand Tetons and you're sitting there and you're looking at it, it's beautiful if you've ever been there. But alright, so you're going to paint this picture. You don't start on the left hand side of your canvas, and you don't start by putting in the minute little details of the trees and the little details like that, because as you work across the canvas, you're going to find out real quick that maybe you're not going to have enough room to finish it, and you just don't do it that way. And what you do is you kind of look at it and you draw the peaks, just the rough shape of the peaks, and then you might sketch down on your pad, about right here is where the mountains end and the talus slope begins, and then it comes out into the flat where the creek and all that is, and you just kind of sketch that out on your piece of paper here, and then you'll go in and you fill in the details. And that's pretty much the way I work up a solo too. Is I listen to the song, I think about it, and I think about what notes are the high notes, what notes are the peak notes for me, and I sing it, and I am no singer, believe me, and but that's okay, as long as you get close to the note, you're in good shape. And I'll show you what I mean. So you take a key that you're going to play it in. If you're going to play it in a higher key like B or something, and that's not your range, then you may have to sing falsetto. Just to get the notes is all you're doing. You're not singing the song. Otherwise, you can use your capo and you can move around too. We're going to just do it in G here. So the song, first thing I do is figure out the chords to the tune. So it goes, let's see. They're lit to ride. Okay, now all I want there, I just want to know where the chords change and where they change on the words, and roughly where the notes were. I wasn't worried about getting the notes precise yet, and I never will be, because you're getting your voice trained is a whole different. Getting your voice trained to what you have in your head is just like playing the guitar. It's a whole other instrument to master. And just don't be ashamed to sing bad in order to figure out your solos. Just go for it. Okay. So the first thing I did there was I got the chords figured out, and I've got to know the chords, me personally, before I can go anywhere. And a lot of it because I do a lot of cross picking, and I do a lot of strumming the chords for solo. And so I got to know the chord. I can't just play I can't play a solo like that without knowing the chords. That's just me.